What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Horror Thoughts. We have a fun little quick game we're going to knock out that you horror fans can play at home with if you'd like. But we are doing 50 would you rather questions for horror crazed friends. That's what it says. I'll have a link down below if you're watching on YouTube or if you're listening on wherever you get your podcast. I'll have a link so you can go through these yourself. But I am Scott and I'm with Sean, my co-host, and we are about to knock out 50 questions, which I'm very curious to hear. The first question right off the gate, I'm very curious to hear what Sean has to say about it. And it's, would you rather have Freddie or Michael stalk you?
Michael, I like to sleep.
That's a really good answer, actually. That's a very good answer. Yeah, you only got to deal with him once a year.
Yeah.
Maybe every 10 years.
Stay in a car, drive.
Yeah.
Unless it's Halloween 5, Michael, who can drive really well. Well, I guess he can because he crashed that Camaro.
Yeah, that hurts my feelings that happened. You made a good point. I had no decision yet on what I thought who to choose, but the fact that you're like, I like to be able to sleep, like it's a very good point.
I mean, because Michael's obviously supernatural, but I could kind of feel like I could get away from Michael. Like I can't escape my mind.
That's really, I guess the better question would have been Jason or Michael. That would have been a more even question.
Yeah, you just avoid that camp.
Yeah, just stay. Don't fuck with him. Like, leave him alone. He's minding his own business until he gets on a yacht that's in a lake that ends up in the ocean that takes him to Manhattan. Then,
well, then he ignores you because he's after a specific person. Unless that specific person is you. But then you just got to go to the stores and have the nightly toxic waste.
You have to go
to. That's also really solvable.
You have to go to the biggest city on the planet with the biggest population that everyone knows once a day has a toxic sludge pour underneath them, and it'll turn him into a little kid.
Or alternatively, you could put your dead boyfriend's heart into his corpse and then he'll protect you.
Yeah. That's very true.
That's a sick reference to a past episode.
Oh, what an episode that was. Oh, Jesus. I love you, Friday the 13th. Never die. Would you rather have a free steak dinner once a month or have every horror movie ever made on Netflix?
The movie one.
I disagree, man. I would have to go the dinner because if you give me too many choices, I pick the same shit I've seen. I like paralysis by analysis. If you give me too many options, I don't pick anything. And I would fuck myself up, dude. I'd be like,
I feel like I could just make the steak anyway.
I love steak.
I guess I just don't understand.
Steak's getting expensive.
Do I have to give up steak?
Well, it's a free steak dinner once a week or once a month.
Free, so someone else would make it.
Yeah, so it's like a high dollar steak for free.
No.
Steak's expensive. I'll take it. Like a good steak. There's too many movies, man. Like I'll just deal with voodoo and buffering every 2 minutes. That's what I like. It really breaks up the monotony of a plot line. I love it. Let's see. Would you rather be young enough to go trick-or-treating again or old enough to hide behind your porch and scare the kids who come by? I could do that now. That's a horrible question. I'm old enough to do that.
I can do either of those. I can do either of those now. I'm an adult and do whatever I want.
Yeah, like tell me I can't go trick-or-treat. You can't. I'm an adult. Tell me I can't hide at my home and jump out at children. I can. I'm an adult. And also I'll just go buy my own fucking candy, to be honest. Would you rather have this is a good one. Would you rather have every brilliant director create their own take of Halloween or have the original left alone?
Oh, that is tough.
That's a very tough question. So we're talking like Clive, Raimi, fucking
Wes,
Aster, Wes, all these people. Like you could have them, or you get the one. Imagine how iconic Halloween would be if it was a one-off, just one movie.
So I will say, like, one of the things that I think has helped Halloween in recent years, regardless of what anybody thinks of the last few movies, is that the last two sets have been these really interesting directors coming in and sort of like, this is my take on it. both with Rob Zombie with his 2 films and now David Gordon Green with his trilogy. And I think that's part of why Halloween is doing so well and is frankly just a lot more interesting as opposed to just sort of whatever directors for hire coming in and just doing whatever. So I definitely kind of want to live in the world where like every like really cool, interesting horror directors take a stab at Michael. That
I'm
does sound really interesting to me.
I'm
But also the idea of it being completely left alone is also really interesting to me.
yeah.
That's a tough one. I don't know.
I go Left Alone. That one was pretty basic or pretty simple for me. I would want it one off. I like that. I don't know what it is. There's just something I like it with every aspect of my life is I like to do like something happens and it's done. Like I would love to see use like a sports reference,
Yeah.
like a fighter win the championship or a football player win the Super Bowl or be the MVP and then just retire. Like I love to see people quit on top. Like it's one of my favorite
Mhm.
things. Like quit when you're the best. Don't quit when you've lost 5 times already or whatever. So I love seeing people go out at their absolute peak and I would love to just we made a fucking great movie. We're done. Like that's not it's over. I would
Mhm.
love that. Yeah, I'd have to go with that. A lot of Halloween questions. Jesus. Would you rather have Halloween all year around or just once a year? Once a year. I would have to do
I
once a
mean, the
year.
holiday itself, yeah, once a year, but like I watch horror movies all year
Yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah.
like it doesn't really make that difference. And again, I'm an adult. I can buy candy
Yeah.
anytime I want.
I don't have to go get bullshit candy and popcorn balls either. Like I
Yeah.
can go get whatever I want to eat.
Yeah. Just go get my Skittles.
Oh damn, you just a regular Skittles guy? You go sour,
I like
tropical?
regular Skittles. Like
Same, dude.
I'll go to the other ones sometimes. Like in like variety packs, if you can
Mm-hmm.
like, those like boxes where they'll have like multiples. Like I'll eat those and enjoy them, but if I can only pick one, I pick original.
I'm the same way. I saw a dude, it was a behind the scenes for one of my favorite bands that now is broke up as of like a week ago. Uh Every Time I Die, and their guitarist, like he's obsessed with Skittles. So for one day for his birthday, they went and got like a 5-gallon bucket
Oh my
and they
God.
bought enough Skittles in bulk to fill an entire bucket of Skittles and gave it to him for the whole tour. It's like,
Hilarious.
Jesus, man, that would
Imagine being the roadie that has to carry around
right
a
everywhere
bucket
you
of
go.
Skittles.
I don't know how heavy a 5-gallon bucket of Skittles is, but it's
Sounds
probably
heavy.
pretty fucking heavy. Um, would you rather bring back Alfred Hitchcock or George Romero to direct one more movie? Uh, I would say Alfred Hitchcock pretty decisively.
Yeah, because Hitchcock has been gone so much longer, that would be definitely more interesting. Because like Romero died very recently
Yeah.
and was still like active and stuff. So yeah, Hitchcock.
And he also offered more something different. Like Romero, he was
Mhm.
kind of, I won't say a one-trick pony, but I mean, it
He found his niche and he went, okay,
exactly. Like I'm not gonna expect anything different. It's like with Scream,
I'm
it's like,
that guy.
yeah,
And I will say he did different things with the zombie idea every time. Like Night of the Living Dead is not like what's the mall one? Dawn of the Dead? Yeah, Dawn of the Dead.
yeah.
Like, those are very different movies.
And then you got Day of the Dead where they have a zombie come and it's like you're showing human emotions and stuff. So they
Yeah, like he always had like a new trick, but yeah, he very much was like, I'm a zombie guy.
yeah.
Whereas Hitchcock did a lot of very different things and very innovative things.
Saying I'm
So
a
it'd just be
zombie
interesting
guy,
to see what he could add.
saying that I'm a zombie guy is how I feel as like one of the only Rob Zombie fans that I know. I feel like I have to justify it with that every time, like throwing him up as a zombie guy. Like I am a zombie fan because most people are like
Movie
hate that.
wise, most people are, I think, into his music that are into that kind of music, like rock and metal.
Yeah,
Movies, it is a thing that you have to kind of fight.
yeah. You have to be like I am this. I am a part of this little cult that he has. Would you rather spend a night at the high school gym during prom with Carrie or in the Overlook Hotel with Jack Torrance?
How long with Jack?
It doesn't say.
Let's assume a night since
Let's
it's
say
one night
yeah,
with
night and a
Carrie,
night.
and
Yeah.
I would go with Jack in the hotel.
Oh fuck yeah! Like you
I
at
could
least have
outrun
a
him.
yeah. You can escape. He's a
She's psychic. I
lunatic.
would die.
Yeah, you're
And the
fucked.
hotel's big.
Yeah,
You can get around there. I'm stuck in a gym. No, I'm dead.
yeah. A gymnasium versus a hotel that is ginormous, and also you have the whole property, like the whole
Yeah,
everything. You're good.
I could beat that guy.
Yeah, because
Carrie would kill me.
Torrance is so crazy that he's not even thinking straight. Like he's just like a one-track mind. Like yeah. I think Carrie, she's just gonna look at you and you're fucked.
Yeah.
Would you rather wipe your memory would you rather wipe your memory to enjoy rewatching your favorite horror movies over and over, or have a new sequel made? The fuck does that mean? Would you rather?
So would you rather? So let's say your favorite movie is The Exorcist. Would you rather have your memory wiped every time so that you get to experience for the first time every time you watch it, or would you want a new Exorcist movie?
I've seen what they give me when they offer new Exorcist movies, so I'd have to say I'd probably have to have my mind wiped if it was that. Yeah.
I guess it sort of depends on which one. Obviously, I just got a new Scream movie and I actively didn't see it.
Yeah.
But I would be interested, like, because I saw Scream when I was so young. I have no memory of like the mystery or like guessing it because I was so little. So part of me would like to see it for the first time and like see if I could like guess it or figure out the mystery and just experience that.
See, I like that aspect, but then I go maybe too far with the thought, but I'm like, then I would probably lose the luster it had for me when I was a kid. Like,
yeah,
because The Exorcist, like, I don't really know my conscious life, to be honest, without knowing what Freddy versus Jason or The Exorcist is. Like, they've always been in my stream of consciousness. Yeah. So to erase that and see it for the first time after seeing Hereditary and The Witch and all these other movies that I find creepy, to see that movie now as a 25-year-old, I feel like would not hold weight that it did when I was 7. So that'd be a tough.
This might.
It might. That movie fucks
Freddy versus Jason, probably not, but
no, definitely not. Would you rather be chased by a serial killer or abducted by aliens? It doesn't say what serial killer. I'd have to go serial killer.
Yeah, me too. Don't want to get abducted because see, chased implies that I can get out of that.
Yeah.
Abducted, it's like, well, I got abducted, I'm fucked.
And I know, worst case scenario, I know what to expect with a serial killer. I'm dead. With an alien, I don't know what the fuck that means. Like, what are they gonna do to me up there? I have no idea. That was pretty simple. If you experienced a real life version of Stephen King's It, would you rather face it as a kid or as an adult?
I mean, I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
I don't have a big clown thing, so I don't feel like either as kid or adult.
Clowns don't freak me out.
Yeah, I just be like, you're a dumbass clown.
Yeah, get away. Like
I don't know. I don't have a clown thing. I don't really like it. So
I guess an adult, I just fucking punch him. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
like, I don't give a shit.
I guess. And that's the way to beat him is that you're just not scared of him, and then you just hit him and bully him.
I would just like to hang out with Tim Curry, so I'd play an adult probably.
Yeah.
Would you rather be one of the survivors of 28 Days Later or Zombieland? What? Neither. They're both kind of the same.
Yeah. Emma Stone's in Zombieland, so I'm going that way.
I was about to say Zombieland. At least you got people and like you got fucking
specifically Emma Stone.
Yeah, specifically Emma Stone. What? Woody Harrelson. That's it. Yeah, Woody Harrelson. You met Bill Murray for a minute. Like that's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of rad.
Would you rather face off with Ghostface or Jason? Ghostface, because it's a human.
Yeah, I could beat Ghostface.
Yeah, it's a person. Like I have a chance. Jason, but like you said, I mean, I guess if you have to face off, you can't avoid him. So I was gonna say you could just avoid Camp Crystal Lake, but
yeah.
Also,
sorry, go ahead.
If you're facing Ghostface, chances are you're in a familiar territory. Like you know where you're at.
Yeah.
You're in your house. If you're with Jason, you're in the middle of fucking nowhere. No idea, any direction, nothing.
And you can just not answer the phone. That is the hardest part about making a new Scream movie. No one our age answers the phone.
Fuck no. I'll let that shit go to
one does. You let it go to voicemail. Like, text me. Stop being weird.
How unthreatening would Ghostface be if he had to leave voicemails?
Just no one answers ever.
Dude, do you
No one
remember?
would.
Do you remember when people used to fucking go like it'd ring and then they'd go, "Hello, hello." No, I'm just kidding. This is a voicemail, whatever. Like, and they do their whole thing. Could you imagine if Ghostface, he's sitting there and he's making the call, goes to voicemail, he's like, "Damn it." And then you hear hello, he's like, "Hello, Sid." She's like, "Hello, can you hear me?" And he's like, "Hello, I'm just kidding. I got you. Not here right now. Call me back." Like, and he's just so pissed. He's like,
That should have been in Scary Movie.
"Dude, I need
That'd
to
have been
write
a
them
good
an
joke for
email.
that.
I need to write them an email." Would you rather be lost in the woods with a killer on the loose or locked in a haunted insane asylum?
Wow.
Um,
I guess the woods.
Probably the woods seems easier, but
Because the insane asylum, that's like 2 threats. Because you got ghosts and you have crazy people.
yeah, if
It's kind of a double threat there.
well, I don't believe in ghosts. Like they've never fucked with me. So to me, I would think a haunted insane asylum. I don't know. I feel like you just have to write it out. Like, yeah, it's gonna be creepy and weird, but it's not like implying that you're gonna have to fight ghosts, you know?
I don't know. It says haunted.
I mean, but that doesn't like.
You're gonna fight ghosts.
Well, then you're just outnumbered. Because there'd just be too many. Like it's an asylum.
Yeah.
I interpreted it as it's just fucking like it's a fucked place and you got to deal with it. But
Okay.
if I had to fight ghosts, for sure, just give me one killer. I don't want 100 insane ghosts trying to kill me. I've never seen this, so maybe you have. Would you rather have the guest stay, in quotes, the guest stay over, or give a ride to the hitcher? Now I know the hitcher. I don't know the guest.
I don't know the guest either.
So I'm gonna have to say the hitcher because that's the only one I know.
Yeah. Trick question. I would do neither of those things.
Yeah, that's. Would you rather have to deal with the Thing or the Blob?
The Thing is tough because it can become other people.
Yeah, you just don't know. That's why it'd have to go
Yeah.
the Blob, just because the Thing. At least you know what the Blob is doing.
Yeah.
The Thing, it could be anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd go the Blob. Like it could even be your dog.
Yeah, anything, and it can turn into whatever the fuck it wants to. Would you rather exclusively date a horror movie fan or an independently wealthy individual? Wealthy? What the fuck? Shouldn't have to like horror movies.
I'd go the fan. Having something in common is always good.
Yeah, liking money. That's what and it's sort of a common thing would be for me. I would love the money. Now for me, I enjoy. My wife does it when we met. She knew nothing about horror, so I get an enjoyment at showing her stuff that
makes sense.
I think if me and her were on the same wavelength, it wouldn't be as fun for me. Would you rather have dinner with Hannibal Lecter or the Texas Chainsaw Family? Very easy one for me. Texas Chainsaw Family.
Which version?
That's the important question.
Which version?
They all have something good to offer, and a few of them I get to meet Grandpa. A few of them I get to meet Matthew McConaughey.
See, I would do the McConaughey one if I get a choice. I'd have dinner with McConaughey version.
I would do that. That would just be almost like a fun time. You'd be like, "Fuck yeah, that's kind of cool." Like, I'm definitely gonna run out of here before I die, but I'm gonna hang out for a bit. Like, yeah, I would pick that. Now, if it was the one from like the remake in the beginning, they're genuinely terrifying. I would pick Hannibal Lecter. But any of the others, or the ones that don't believe in continuity and how time works, like they do in 3D, I'd hang out with them because they've figured out how to.
Well, there's no family in 3D; they're just fucking dead. So it's just Leatherface and I guess his cousin Heather.
I'd hang out with him and his cousin, and we'd kick it, and we would talk about how dumb it is to try and drive through gates. Would you rather your kids loved Stephen King or scary stories to tell in the dark? I'm not a big reader guy, so I remember as a kid reading scary stories to tell in the dark. So probably that one, because
that was probably better for kids. I'm not a big King guy.
I don't read, so it's kind of a tough one.
Read?
I don't read, so
what are words?
I don't even know how I'm getting through this, honestly.
No, I guess scary stories to tell in the dark.
Would you rather? This is a good one. Would you rather guest star in your favorite horror movie with a probable chance of dying, or just stay on your couch?
I mean, would I actually die or would I just die in the movie?
You got a probable chance of dying. I don't know if it's
Like,
killing you in real life or not. I would say it's probably killing you in real life. If it's saying the other option is to stay on the couch, that would mean you'd risk dying to be in the movie.
No, I'm going couch. I'll just watch it. I'm cool. I
Yeah,
don't
I
need to
don't.
get killed by Ghostface. I could just watch
As
him kill
dope
people.
as seeing Freddy versus Jason in front of me in real life would be, I don't want to be in a burning house dying, watching it happen.
Yeah. Watch it on my TV. I have a nice TV.
Would you rather
4K.
wake up? Oh, this is an easy one. Would you rather wake up in the middle of the night to Chucky or Pennywise? Which that's actually not an easy one because neither of them scare me.
Um, I guess Chucky, because I'd probably just pick him up and like throw him.
Yeah, I would have to. That's like the easiest one to defeat. I think would be Chucky, because I enjoy the franchise, but I would fuck up a doll. There's at no point would a doll overtake me in any facet of life, unless it's the new one. That one can get me. That's got some AI shit going on. Would you rather have a knives for hands or a pumpkin for a head? So basically, do you want to be Edward Scissorhands or Pumpkinhead?
I think I'd go. Well, I guess I'd go head. I want my hands.
Having
Would be
hands
able
would
to
be
play
nice.
guitar with knives.
Yeah, and you'd find someone who's into it. Like the knife hand thing would be tough. You can't do
Yeah.
anything. You just slaughter anything. Like you couldn't pet a dog, you'd murder it.
Oh, yeah,
Like
that would suck.
nothing. Would you rather say Candyman in front of a mirror or watch the tape from The Ring?
Fuck.
You're kind of fucked in both scenarios.
Well, The Ring, because it's there's a very easy solution to it.
I don't even remember what their solution is.
The way you pass on the curses, you just make someone else, you make a copy and make someone else watch it.
That's what it
and then
is.
you're
That's why
free.
it's spread. Yeah. Gotta get other people to watch it. That's easy.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Candyman, you're just kind of boned.
I'd rather have the girl from The Ring or watch the tape from The Ring than have to watch the remake of Candyman again. I would take that. Would you rather be John Carpenter's production assistant or Alfred Hitchcock's production assistant?
Carpenter.
Pretty clear cut.
Hitchcock was kind of an asshole.
I've heard he was difficult to work with.
Everything I've heard about Carpenter is that he's just the nicest dude.
So I've never heard of this movie. Would you rather be visited by the strangers, which I've seen, or the guys from Funny Games?
No idea what Funny Games is, but I definitely don't want to be visited by the strangers.
Fuck no, especially not in the second part where they're superhuman for whatever goddamn reason. Would you rather have Cujo or Black Phillip as a pet? For people who don't know who Black Phillip is, that is the ram or sheep rather from The Witch.
Oh,
That's the devil. That's pretty much the devil.
Oh, then I guess I'll go Cujo.
Yeah, Black Phillip was the manifestation of Satan. So, or a witch or whatever you want to call it. I guess Satan may not be the right word. Regardless, it is a pet for a horrific entity. So I'll just take a pissed off dog. Like I'm not trying to sell my soul. This one doesn't affect us. Would you rather have Pennywise played by Tim Curry or Bill Skarsgård? I'll say Tim Curry. Tim Curry because I like him.
Curry. He's a lot of fun in that movie.
Never seen either of these. Would you rather star in an episode of Channel Zero or Black Mirror?
I've seen one episode of Black Mirror. It's interesting. I guess I go that one because I haven't seen the other one.
Ooh, good question. Would you rather move into the Amityville horror house or the house from Sinister?
That's Amityville, because the Amityville one is kind of a punk and doesn't really do anything that bad ever. It's just kind of messes with you a little bit.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's just kind of annoying. Like
it's just kind of inconvenient.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I have constant ringing in my ears every day, and I feel like that's the equivalent of what that house would be. It's like I can hear it, but I forget that it's there, kind of thing. Like they'd be sitting there, you'd be like, catch him, kill him, and you wouldn't even pay attention after 2 weeks. You'd be just cooking food and shit, not giving a damn. That's fine. Yeah, that might actually be easier because Sinister actually will fuck you up. If you were in a horror movie, would you rather have a loaded gun as a weapon? Would you rather have a loaded gun as a weapon of choice or a car that won't break down?
I mean, I
Probably
guess it depends on the scenario.
it would depend on the person, but I'd probably say car is probably the best option
Yeah, it kind of depends.
because you only have so many bullets. So I don't know
That's
what
true.
I don't in any scenario. I don't if I'm fighting a lot of zombies, I'm fucked. If I only have six
Yeah.
bullets, if you're fighting Ghostface, apparently you can have all the bullets in the world and they wear bulletproof vests and all kinds of shit. So you never know what you're dealing with. You only got so many shots.
Don't bulletproof vest only work once? Like once you hit it once,
I
like
mean,
that's the extent of its effectiveness.
I
know this is random, but
no, so it depends. So I as far as like the ballistic stuff, that should all hold together. But when you have like behind your bulletproof vest, like the vest, you have what's called an IOTV. It's a plate, and so they're really durable. But once they do get hit and stuff over time, they're ineffective. You definitely need new plates. But if someone's just unloading a couple shots to you, it's not gonna just be null and void after the first one. It's definitely gonna protect you some. But once that's done, you need a new one. Like it's crazy with like the bulletproof vests and the plates that they give. You're supposed to you put them behind your shit. So obviously, if you get shot, you're fine. But they'll tell you when you're transporting them, they say, "Be careful with them. Don't drop them. They can crack." And you're like, "What the fuck?" Like, so if I drop it, I could break it, but I can get shot with this, dude. That's insane to me. So yeah, guys, if y'all get bulletproof vests from the military, you can get shot with them, but just don't drop them because they'll break. Apparently, it's insane. Would you rather have dinner with Wes Craven or I'm gonna say John Carpenter because it'll make it more fun?
Wes.
Probably. He seems a lot nicer. I feel like I'd get along with him.
Who was the actual other option?
Stephen King.
Oh, Wes.
Yeah. Would you rather gain fame from outsmarting Hannibal Lecter or Jigsaw?
Honestly, Jigsaw, because I had no idea how I do it. Because those movies are so what is even going on that I'd just be impressed with myself for solving it.
Right, dude. I would walk around like the fucking cock of the walk, man. I would be on cloud nine. Be like, yeah, I'm kind of a fucking genius.
It's like because you have to like play 7-dimensional chess just to follow what's happening.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and especially as Jigsaw goes on and the Saw franchise goes on, they hit points where you're like, that's a really dumb reason to kill somebody. Like, put them in a game. I remember one of them, the whole motive was like, don't rush into rooms; it'll get you killed. So he deserves.
Lessons are sometimes like, really? That's like, the lesson.
What a lesson that is! That he should go slower into rooms. Great.
My favorite was, I think it's the third one, which is about the time that I kind of gave up. Where the moral lesson was, hey, stop grieving your dead son. Yeah. Live. It's like, their son's dead, my guy. Why are
leave him alone?
Like, their son died. Why are you being so mean to these guys? Like Dr. Gordon or whatever his name was? That guy I get. He was kind of scummy. But like these two, like they're just sad. Just let them be sad.
They're sad their kid's dead. This person's sad they killed a kid. Like all in all, everyone's sad. Like let's just leave them alone.
Killing them, like what is that going to solve?
How dare you have human emotions? Die.
I hate Jigsaw.
Dude, my wife was watching that franchise, dude, like the whole way through. And I would walk into the room and the first one, I'd stand there and watch for a second. Second one, I'm like, all right. By the fifth one, I'm just like, come on, like quit watching these fucking movies, please.
The first one's a decent little thriller, and the rest of them are just
I like the third one. I like the third one a lot. And I thought the Chris Rock one wasn't bad.
Oh, okay.
But there were some where you're like, this is the dumbest movie I've fucking seen. The plot is bad. The acting is bad. Would you rather meet Bela Lugosi or Bruce Campbell?
I feel like Bruce Campbell would be more personal, like more personable, I should say.
Yeah, I feel like you could hang out with, I could have like a lunch with him. Like he'd be cool.
I feel like Lugosi would be weird. I
That
feel like he'd
sounds
be weird about it.
yeah, because think like what kind of person you had to be that guy in that long ago. Like you were obviously an odd fella. It
Yeah, I
wasn't
think
like
he was
some popular.
buried in the Cape.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not
no
like
offense to him.
no, not at all. But think of how popular movies and shit and all this are now and how big start back then. You're kind of probably like a very odd guy if that's your
Hmm.
profession of choice. Would you rather have all your enemies in a battle royale situation or have them at a sleepaway camp for Jason to hunt?
All right, well, mixed franchises don't like that. Like, is Jason teaming up with Angela? Because then I'm going that one.
Jason, you got all your enemies just fucking roaming Camp Crystal Lake, and Jason's out for them.
Don't really have enemies, but
I don't. I'm not. I don't know who these people think they're talking about. Enemies would imply that I am popular or successful or whatever enough that people actively want my downfall. Like I'm not that important to people. So I don't think I have enemies either. Um, Battle Royale would be cool. Fuck it. I just want to see them all throw down.
yeah.
I'll take that. Jason, I mean, he's nowhere near as theatrical as Michael, but he can take his time with some of his kills. I want that over pretty quick. I don't have to be there for 2 nights watching him stalk people. Hell, for one of them, you'd be sitting there and be like, "Hey, man, can you quit just standing on the edge of this lake and waiting for this girl to drown? Like we've been here all night. Can we please move on to someone else?" Uh, would you rather
It's
be?
very cold.
Oh, it's freezing. I don't even know why she went in the water. Would you rather be a millionaire but never be able to watch horror movies again, or work 20 hours a week for the rest of your life but retain the ability to watch horror movies whenever? A millionaire.
That one.
Oh, dude. If I
What's
only
the
worked,
$1 million one? That
yeah,
I
if
can't ever watch them?
yeah, but if you work 20 hours a week, I'm essentially homeless. Like I live in a shithole.
I'm
If I
assuming that, like, no, I have no idea. This one confused me. Let's just go to the next one.
because yeah, if I the way I was like 20 hours a week, I can't survive off 20 hours a week.
But
Like
it says you retain the ability to watch horror movies. I was like, well, maybe you can live off that. I don't know. But you're right. 20 hours a week, you'd be.
Yeah, it's a shit life you're living. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I would love to watch horror movies if I had a fucking TV.
America.
If I the 20-hour a week would be awesome and watching horror movies if I owned a house, but I don't because I work 20 hours a week. Uh, would you rather have a new? Oh, this one's easy. Would you rather have a new Sinister or Scream movie? We just got one of them, and I already know how you felt, so I would assume Sinister.
Just do another Sinister. I have no emotional investment there.
I have no emotional investment. As someone who has no emotional investment to either, and just seeing the new Scream, I would also like a new Sinister. So, would you rather have a zombie apocalypse or The Stand? The fuck is The Stand?
It's a Stephen King novel.
Oh, I don't know what that is. So
Me neither. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't know what like the plot of it is.
oh,
They just turned it into a mini series at Paramount Plus for all you Paramount Plus subscribers.
shout out to you guys. Would you rather become a werewolf or a vampire? Vampire.
Yeah.
Werewolf seems so painful.
Yeah. Always. It's always a very painful thing.
Vampire, like you just walk off and you become beautiful. Like that's not
Yeah.
bad.
You could be a cool Lost Boys vampire with sexy shirtless sex scenes.
That would be the best life you could have right there. No, dude, I'd go fuck it. I'll go be a Twilight vampire. I don't give a damn.
Sure.
I'll be fucking
I'll
gorgeous.
make out with Kristen Stewart. That's
yeah,
fine.
like that's such a better deal than being like, oh, let me turn into a freak hairy mutant every night, painfully. Would you rather more serial killer movies existed or haunted house movies existed?
Slasher.
Probably. If I feel like haunted house movies, as much as I love the good ones, I think they're just not that original. I don't know these. Would you rather be visited by the pool monster from Are You Afraid of the Dark or the creepy lady from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark?
Yeah, I don't really know either.
I don't know. Would you rather never get scared again or get haunted by every horror movie you've watched for the rest of your life?
I don't really get scared, so I guess I'll go that one. never
Yeah,
getting scared again because I'm not like a big like, ooh, I'm scared kind of
yeah,
guy.
I can jump, but it's never gonna stick in my head like past the
Yeah.
movie, you know. Would you rather people know you were afraid of the dark or afraid of monsters under your bed? The dark, because that's reasonable. you,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with being scared of the dark. That's human nature. You shouldn't really, you know. If you're a grown man, you're like, I'm scared of the monsters under my bed. You need to grow up. You were a child. Uh, if you
Or
were an
call an
Uber
exorcist.
or call, yeah, for real. You either have you are either the problem or you have a legit problem. So one of the two. You either need help or you need to go get someone to help you because this is going to be a nightmare. If you were an Uber driver, would you rather have Jason Voorhees get in your back seat or Jeffrey Dahmer? Jesus,
Jason,
man.
that'd be so funny.
I'd have to do Jason.
I
Like,
love the image of Jason in a car.
I would want him when he's going to the Arsenio Hall show. Whenever he did that interview where he
Yes.
doesn't speak,
Yeah.
I would want to be that cab driver. It's like, so where are you headed? Nothing. That would be great. Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer's real, so I'm gonna go Jason Voorhees just strictly off that because one of
Yeah.
those could happen and one of those could have never happened. Would you rather be a part of the Ghostbusters or the X-Files? Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I'll go Ghostbusters.
Would you rather be stuck in the house from Don't Breathe or in the Belko experiment? Now that's a tough one. I'd have to go. I'd go Don't Breathe because the probability that you get through the Belko experiment is astoundingly shitty. Like they kill off half of you just because. Like you don't even have a chance. You're dead. So yeah, Don't
It's
Breathe.
just one old guy.
Yeah, one old guy. I'll be fine. I mean, yeah, he does some weird shit, but don't kink shame. You know, he's gonna know what he's into.
Just don't go to the basement.
Don't go in the basement. Everything's fine. Would you rather direct your own horror movie or have your favorite horror movie director do it for you?
Well, mine's dead. But I'd go with.
Well, that was morbid.
I go the first one. I'd rather make it.
That seems like so much work.
It is, but
I don't know if I could do it. I have so many ideas with no follow through that I think that's where the director would come in handy. Like yeah. Now what director? All right, I guess yours would be Wes Craven, huh? You had to choose. I really like what fucking Ari Aster's doing, so I'd probably give him a hit up. Would you rather be stuck in It or It Follows? It Follows. Either. I'll beat either of them. I don't give a shit.
It follows because then at least you get laid.
There's that. At least you're getting laid. I will
Central part of it.
I mean, It Follows would just be inconvenient. That would just annoy me that I'd have to go walk places a lot. So I guess It. Would you rather be in the family from Get Out or Frailty? Have you seen Frailty?
No.
Oh, that is. You want to talk about Matthew McConaughey? That is a good movie. Frailty. I would say Get Out because Frailty is too fucking real. Very good movie. I recommend it to everybody. The only reason I ever saw that movie is my wife doesn't remember this. Apparently, we've gotten discussions about this. We were scrolling through the TV and she said, "Oh, Frailty, I love that movie." Right? We didn't end up watching it that night. Months later, I'm talking months later, I watch it by myself. Call her. I'm like, "Hey, I checked out Frailty. That movie was great. You weren't lying." She said, "What is Frailty?" It's like, "You know the Matthew McConaughey movie." She's like, "I've never seen that." I'm like, "No, you told me to watch it." And unfortunately, it was actually good. So that worked out for both of us. But yeah, she apparently had never seen it. Would you rather go to hell or become a ghost and haunt anyone you want?
I'll become a ghost.
Why the fuck would I want to go to hell?
Yeah, that's a terrible question. I'll be a ghost.
Yeah, dude. Haunt anyone. Like that almost seems like a plus no matter what. Like
yeah, that just seems fun.
Yeah. Would you rather go to hell? You know, an eternity of suffering, never-ending suffering, or just chill as a ghost and kick it.
Yeah. Kind of dick around. You don't have to kill anybody.
And last but not least, we are on 50. Would you rather survive a horror movie scenario and have your friends die, or have all your friends live but you die? Joke's on you. I don't have friends. You said you'd die?
I don't want to die.
Oh, you're like, fuck the boys. They're out. What friends am I with? Is it my close? There's a couple friends I would die for. So it's got to be that core group.
Yeah.
If it's like, hey, you remember your buddy from junior high? I'm like, axe that bitch up, dude. I'm going home. Like, I'm good.
Yeah, like if there's a scenario where it's legitimately like me or this other person, and like I take the bullet for them, like maybe, but like we're talking like slasher movie, and there's like a whole group. It's like,
yeah,
I'd rather make it out of that.
You guys had a good run. Sorry. No, if it was my
new friends,
if it was my good friends, if it was my good friends and they gave me the choice, I'd probably eat it and die. But if I was like actively in the slasher, I'd be trying to escape the whole time, so I would never know. Like I would, like it's every man for himself at that point.
Mm-hmm.
If they cornered all of us, like I kill one of you, the rest live. You'd be like, okay. But if it's like get out time, no, peace, bitches. Y'all are on your own. I'm out of here. Yeah. So there is our 50. I thought that was a little fun thing I came across. And I thought it was just a little different taste of an episode. So hope y'all played at home with some of these Would You Rathers, and maybe y'all knew some of the ones that we didn't know. There's a couple movies in here I've never heard of. For a horror podcast, we really do have that problem where like there's a certain things where I'm like, I've never heard of that. I'm like, well, maybe we're not that big into horror.
There's so much though.
There is,
and there's so many avenues.
Yeah, it's
to watch
so hard
them with all the streaming services. It's like I can't watch 400 movies a year.
Yeah, I feel that.
And when I was a kid, that it was easier to do that stuff when I had all the free time. When you have to fucking work.
Yeah, when you have a life,
you do adult stuff. It's like I don't have time to watch every single horror movie.
Yeah, that's fair. No upcoming news, anything like that I can think of. The last thing we talked about was the X trailer and Texas Chainsaw trailer, but there's really no upcoming news on any movies or anything. It's kind of a slow spell right now, so not much. I did see that they're making, for people who are into zombies, they're making a zombie show called All of Us Are Dead coming to Netflix in end of January, early February, somewhere in there. But it's that same style as like that Squid Game. It's like a foreign film or foreign show. It's like series, but it's that same. From the trailers, it's like filmed the same. It looks very similar. So if you're into that kind of thing,
same company.
I believe it's from the same company. It looks very similar.
Was Squid Game was that Korean?
Yes, so it's I think this one's it's Korean. But it's coming to Netflix at the end. So if you're into zombies, it was gory as hell. Like just the trailer, it was brutal. So if you're into that stuff, I can't watch that stuff personally. The dubbing thing drives me crazy. So I don't watch
it with subtitles.
I try. It's like if I have to, at that point, no. Like I don't want to. It's not that I can't. It's like I'm just not going to watch it. Like I'm not that invested in it.
Because I agree, I'm not a big dub guy.
No,
I find it too distracting. Just the lips not matching your mouth, but I can do subtitles just fine. I
can do them if they're in a movie or if people have them on. I don't care, but I'm not going to go out of my way to watch something with subtitles. That's. So for me, it doesn't hold enough, but
that's funny because like foreign horror and like Japanese horror is like such a big part of the genre.
Yeah.
At a certain point.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a few I'll watch, but I'm not going to watch a whole series. I think we touched on this. I don't read. So that's just a whole movie of me reading, and I don't want to do that. But that is the episode. So like always, you can go and check myself out, Partial Artist, on YouTube. You can check out Sean Blumenshine on YouTube, Instagram. He's got a dope series that he started going through the history of horror, which is really good. I love that first episode going through the early horror. So if you're a horror buff, definitely go check it out. And that's the episode, guys. We will see y'all next time. You find me loser, set me free. You make me win every way. You showed me how to
my way.